Well, let's bring in Newsweek columnist Marc Schulman to break down what this shift in immigration policy ultimately means for the United States and the world. So, how big of a shock is this $100,000 H-1B fee for U.S. companies, and who's going to be feeling it the most here?
I think the United States will be feeling it the most. I mean, yes, the tech companies bring in thousands of people, but the reality is they can just move these people to Ireland or to other places. This, from an American standpoint, makes no sense economically. Like so many of Trump's moves, he's living in a world that doesn't exist anymore. All of these jobs are transferable. Most of them are remote. Instead of paying Social Security taxes in the United States, pay them in Britain, like I said, in Ireland, in France, in Israel. Maybe the more people, they'll send high tech workers to work in Google in Israel instead of Google in the United States. It makes no sense in this world of technology. It will hurt American competitiveness. The idea, overall, America was attracting the brightest people in the whole world were coming to the United States to work. The United States used to allow people who got PhDs to stay afterwards and work in the United States. They stopped that. All of these things was going to terribly hurt American competitiveness. And for what purpose? It's based on a view of the world that doesn't exist anymore. So,
Hmm.
these jobs can move easily around the world. And I see no reason why a company won't say, okay, let's see, how many people do we need for this project? Let's break up this project. Instead of using 6 people in Palo Alto, we'll use 5 people in the development center in Ireland and 3 in the development center in India. And that's how we'll do it. And I mean, that's how
Right.
companies work these days.
I mean,
So
obviously, Trump politically, what he's been saying is that this is to strengthen the American market, to ensure that companies are hiring American workers. Does this ultimately protect U.S. workers, or is it more about sending a message in election season?
it's only in a message. It's only to meet the demands of his base to some extent, but through his own beliefs, by the way. This is not only his base, it seems to be his own beliefs. And I think furthermore, we need to keep in mind that what jobs is it going to protect? Google is not going to hire somebody worse suited for a job because he's American versus someone who's Indian, who's someone who's Irish, who's someone who's Egyptian, or someone who's Israeli. They're going to get the best person on the globe for a job because all these big companies are global and they can put people anywhere in the world. Now, some of the small American companies are really going to be hurt, the ones that can't afford these $100,000 visas and will be impossible to recruit, and they don't have overseas development centers. But all the big companies have development centers all over the world. So we'll have no impact on the big companies. It will once again make America less competitive,
Hmm.
as so many of his things have done. And bring in some money, I guess. So many of the things he does brings in money, but I don't understand it from an economic standpoint. There is little or no justification whatsoever for it. It's not going to create more jobs. It's not as if there's way too many AI experts in the United States right now, and so therefore, they don't have jobs. That's the reality. So
Right.
there are no. It's going to not protect any American jobs. It's just going to hurt the world global economy, and it'll hurt the American economy more than anything else, which is
All
sad.
right. Well, Mark, interesting to hear your insight on this. We're going to have to wait and see how this plays out.